Hey guys, it is still Saturday, August the 6th. I was doing my readings. I have a 16-minute video, so I might cut off some of the end of the last one. No, I don't think I'll be able to, because that was very important what happened. I was showing up here. I think I'm going to have to make it like a little, there's going to be like a little minute part on the end of it. What happened is I was getting a reading, because what they're doing, I'll just show you. I'll show you, but I'll have to put that little addendum in it. So it's going to be part 1, part 2, part 3, and the part 3 is going to be like a minute, but I have to put it in because it was really important. I was showing that I'm getting a strong reading right here. Like now it's not as strong as it was. No, there it is. It's about an 80 microteslas, 85 microteslas. But what they're doing is, and this is what I was explaining, and my mom called me. My mom called me and was like, I need to get these files on the old house. So I'm pretty sure they are remote neural monitoring my mom, and if they ever need to interrupt something, they'll pretty much put a wild hair up her ass, and she'll call me. She'll be like, "Oh, I gotta call Kyle about this." She thinks it's an urge that she has, but so I'm pretty sure they are remote neural monitoring her, which makes me really, really urgently needing to stop this program, because that's microwaves that I'm pretty sure, they are using on my mom and my dad to just remote neural monitoring. I do not think they are torturing them. I'm not really sure about that. It could have been a coincidence, guys. But what I was saying, like, I'm gonna have to put that little minute and a half thing on it. So please watch that, because what I was explaining is that they've got a ground weapon in that back bathroom right there, and they'll move it up to this wall and they'll shoot it down right here, and so I'll get readings right here. And I actually caught it, because right when I was saying, and then what they'll do is they'll move it to the back of the wall of that bathroom, and then it'll come through down here, and it's a ground weapon up there. This thing is great. This is great for me. I mean, I think it's great for y'all too. I think it's great for everybody, because why isn't it? It's not blurry. I better check my camera when I'm doing it, because I think they may be blurring it for this. They definitely are trying to stop these videos, guys. So this is a very good device to use, and I'm finding out a lot about it. I'm gonna have to put that minute and a half thing on there. So this one may be a little bit choppy, and I'm sorry about the all the videos getting the readings, but this is telling me a whole lot. So they actually stopped the camera. When I was first trying to make it, I got 10 minutes through, and they actually stopped the camera. Like, I didn't need more storage space or anything like that. Camera just stopped. And then I was taking this reading over here, and then my mom called me, and for like 5 seconds was like, I need these files for the Auburn house, and then, said something about my dad, like he wasn't helping her with it or something like that, and it was very strange, and she's done that. Like, I'll tell you all that one time I was actually getting her check. She sent me a check in the mail, and I was pulling it out of the mailbox at their house across town, and right as I was pulling it out of the mailbox, she called me on the cell phone. I know coincidences like this happen, but because they're hitting me so heavily with remote neural monitoring and stuff, and they've had so much time with my family and things like that, she called me right when I was pulling out the check out of the mailbox and said, "Did you get that check that I sent you?" And whenever she has these calls that I get iffy on, she says it in a weird way. It's like, "Did you get that check?" And it seems urgent for her. Like, she says it urgently, like it had been on her mind, and she just had to call me about it. And in no way, shape, or form do I think that my parents are gang stalking me. The only thing that this could maybe say anything about is if they are getting, remote neural monitoring, because there's a lot of money, going around for my targeting. So like it started off small, and it was, for weed, but now it's really escalated, and there's so much money used that I think they're doing a bunch of weird stuff. I think they've got a lot of money kind of to go around. And somebody did mention on one of my other videos, and I mentioned this in all my videos. I think I'm special. Guys, as targeted individuals, you are special. You're in a position to help a lot of people, the people who need the most help on the earth, who are experiencing this torture. The deal is, though, and I've explained this many times, these people who are doing this to us, they see us as people who are not credible. They try and pick people who are not credible, who maybe have a history of maybe alcohol, or I was smoking weed and I was talking to my parents about conspiracy theories, so I wouldn't be credible. So in reality, they picked a bad person because I really am. I'm a fighter, and in a lot of other TIs, I see that, and these people don't account for a lot of unquantifiable factors in people, which I have a lot of unquantifiable factors in me. So I want to explain that to anybody who's like, why are you so special that they're doing this to me? It's not that they see me as some kind of political threat or anything like that. They saw me annoying people and smoking weed in an apartment building, saw that my parents really didn't believe me about conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Well, a lot of them are conspiracy facts. This is not one of them. This is like straight up, like right in front of us. Like, this is hurting people. But they just saw somebody who they could discredit, who wouldn't be believed. And because they want to experiment with this technology, they want to use this technology, they want to, test out DHS fusion centers and patrol and test all this stuff out, and how much can they get away with and all this stuff. I was a good candidate because of that. Now, in reality of of my Maker God and Jesus Christ, and in reality of the world, I am a special person. I'm a survivor. I'm a fighter. All you guys out there, you TIs, you're fighters, you're survivors. So believe that you are special. But I want to explain that to people who are like, what makes you so special? These people pick you. They don't think we're special. They may see us as a nuisance, or somebody who, is maybe a dissident, a political dissident or something like that. But they don't see us as like, hey, we're the kings of the earth and we're going to like save the earth, or we're going to, we're going to be really good guys and mop up at all corruption. They don't see us like that. They just see us as people who can be discredited because of our past, or vengeance, a vendetta against somebody, etc., etc. I'll go over those reasons. This video is really, I just want to get some readings. The sides of my head really hurt, and I'm having a lot of trouble breathing. It sucked since they took that carpet out. I'm gonna do another reading right here, and I'm getting 800. And I'm getting 700. Let's see. There we go. It's right there. So it's about 730 right there. It's very clear now. Right there, it's not. It's about 900. So what it is, guys, I just want to let you know what's going on here. That weapon is usually pointed straight down. So I'll get the reading right here, and it'll be like 1,200 microteslas. It'll be right here, right? This magnet's right here, about in that little bottom of the X part. And I'll get about 1,020, and it'll pretty much stay here because it's hitting this part of my enclosure. Right now, what they're doing is they're taking it, and they're not moving the weapon. There's no weapon being moved there. But they're taking the mouthpiece, the square mouthpiece, and swinging it. They're swinging it this way, because right here I'm getting a see right here, I'm getting an 800 microtesla reading. So now when I'm reading, they hadn't been doing this the times before, but now they're starting to swing it, so that it'll look like it has too much variation, and I can be discredited. But it is definitely somebody up above me. Let's see right there, I'm getting 900 right there. As I go further up, 1,200. As I get closer, 1,300 microteslas. Now I'll come down here, and this would be where I'm sitting, and it's only about a 30 microtesla. So it's not that bad when it gets to me. Right here, let's see. Oh, right here. It's kind of pointed this way. Get about a 40 microtesla reading. Right here it's about a 50. It was 50 just a second ago. Yeah, they're messing with it right now. They're moving it around, but they're not like moving it across the floor or anything like that. This is what I envision. And this is a theory, so give me your comments, guys, if you've ever had any kind of ground weapons used on you. I envision that they have a little tripod, right? A little tripod, and then this thing is pointed down with a front that's square, because I've seen one of these ground weapons from my neighbor next door. And so what they can do is with this tripod, they'll swing that weapon. Like say it's pointed down, I showed y'all this, it's like pointed down, they'll swing it like that. They'll swing it up, or they'll swing it this way. They can probably swing it a lot of different little ways. And so it's right there. It's right there. And then this one, so one, and then this one is in the bathroom behind this one, on the upper level. All right, now that I'm getting hit in the arm, let's see. But they changed it up today. These have been stable, like on the other videos, if you notice, they've been stable readings. You know, from this point, it was staying like right here. I'm getting kind of a 65 microtesla reading. So it's in this area, but they'll switch where they're shooting the cone of energy. And these, I think, you know, I'm kind of fearful. Well, I'm not fearful. I don't want to use that word. I think they can change the intensity. They can change it from like a cone of energy to a beam. So with these weapons, they do have a capacity to do a lot of damage. And these videos, I guess, are apparently important because on all my other videos, they've never tried to stop it. They've made my phone hot and stuff like this. This one, they just turn off the camera. And then my mom called me, which was very, very weird. And I know how that'll make me sound, guys. It could have just been a coincidence, but she's done things that are just outlandishly coincidental before, and she sounds very urgent when she makes those phone calls. As you know, that they can remote neural monitor you. They can put some kind of synthetic telepathy, kind of like call Kyle about this. And then my mom's a very do it right now kind of person. So she'll do it right away. She'll be like, oh, I've got to call Kyle about this. I'm just gonna do it now. She won't wait. She's actually a good person to use that on. I'm not sure about that. That's just a theory, guys. That's a theory that is just, I've seen a lot of stuff. And see, right now I'm getting like an 81 microtesla reading. This thing is great, though. That's my main point. This is not a theory of what's happening here. We've definitely got somebody above. And they have one up there, and then two, and it's like up there in that bathroom, and then they have another one right here. Point it down like this, and they're not remote. Right there. Because I've been getting readings that, like, when I wasn't doing this video, I kept going to these three places and getting stable readings. And why that's important, these three spots, is because